Hello, superstars. My name is Tamar. I am a mental super health coach, and I'm here to give you a powerful training on how to take your power back with radical responsibility. I'm so excited to be bringing this training to you. I would invite you to take out a pen and paper and take some notes because what I'm about to drop is life-changing. So let's go into it. Let's unpack radical responsibility. So just want to be clear right off the bat, this training is about taking your power back. And I just want to remind you, your power is yours. It's nobody else's. So at any point in time, you can take your power back, but you must decide to, right? So really, I want to break this training down for you in 3 steps and help you understand how easily you can do this. But taking radical responsibility is often the thing that people skirt around doing. Okay, so it's really important for you to listen to this training with awareness, compassion, and the highest state of consciousness is observation. So I'm going to invite you to observe your behaviors, observe the behaviors of others, and then find a way to neutrally look at the thing without judgment or identifying with it. If you can be in this training and learn to love yourself, learn to neutrally look at how you may have not taken responsibility in one or a few areas with love and compassion, you will go much further in taking back your power. Because the moment you see something and you judge yourself, you're hard on yourself, you criticize yourself, you are no longer in the vibration of love. Okay, and this training is for you to take your power back, and there's many ways to do that, and that's what I love coaching people on. So for anyone who's new, again, my name is Tamar. I'm a mental super health coach. I help entrepreneurs and millennial CEOs take back their power, feel empowered, create profitable results in half the time through mental super health, which is my signature methodology. So a part of mental super health is the mind, and that is where a lot of high achievers live. They live in the mind. So we must learn to work with our minds and all the things that it creates and the systems that are in place to support you experiencing this thing called life. So let's get back to how to take back your power with radical responsibility. Let's define radical responsibility. Radical responsibility is finding a way out of no way to take responsibility for what's yours. Now, you may not think that you have to take responsibility, judge or blame or take or just, not really take that responsibility in order to transform something. But if you've been feeling disempowered in one area of your life, it could be your health, relationships, money, what else is there? Fitness, etc. Then this training can really support you because I want you to look at the area you are struggling in and bring awareness to it. And out loud, you can say, I am currently being challenged or experiencing being challenged in this area. And then I want you, step 1 is to decide, where have I been giving away my power in this said area? What am I doing? Okay, well, I'm not really facing it. I'm avoiding it. I'm not talking about it. I'm not thinking about it. Like, what's happening? And just write that down. Again, I'm going to invite you to do this exercise with neutrality. So if there's any type of emotional charge that arises while you're doing this, a beautiful way to support yourself is to put your feet on the ground. Bring some grounding energy. You may want to put your hand on your heart. This immediately tells the body you are safe. And I want you to continue this practice once you are centered, okay? And you can always do that. I do like to teach that at any time if you're feeling anxious in your work, etc. Self-soothing is a critical skill and aspect of being able to achieve your highest dreams and supporting yourself through different things. So, step 2, once you've written down where you have been giving your power away in the area you're struggling with and get clear, what area of life is it? I want you to also look at a secondary part that can hide under not taking responsibility, which is a place you may be judging, holding judgment either on yourself or others. Maybe there's some blame that's arising, and which is why you don't want to or justify not taking responsibility because it's somebody else's situation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And something I want to flag is, sometimes we can experience things that feel disempowering, that is in relationship to others, right? So it could be many things. And I'll leave it simply here is that even if something happens with somebody else, you have the choice to take your power back. And the moment you give that person your power or the thing, whether it's money, relationships, love, like you give your power to that and you feel disempowered, that's when we can really experience suffering. So this is about taking your power back, like take it back for yourself by taking that responsibility and realizing you have a choice in how you respond. And it may not be fun to take responsibility in certain areas. You may experience feelings of anger, frustration, sadness, etc. But those emotions are necessary. They're necessary for you to move through and release whatever it is you're not taking that responsibility for, or you're judging, or you're blaming. And really, this is about you taking back your power. And I promise you can do it. If you need some support, this is what we are doing. We're doing this type of work inside of the Magnetic Mental Wealth Mastermind, which I'll share about later. But for now, let's finish this training. So write down where you may have been judging or blaming others and just bring that awareness to it. I caught it. I've been doing this. I've been doing that, or, etc. The most important step 3 is to decide what choice do you get to make from here on out once you have that awareness. Awareness and choice are a huge aspect of mental super health. It's really the secret sauce of mental super health because at the end of the day, it is a self-mastery and performance method. And in order to master yourself and perform at amazing levels to achieve your dreams, you really must get clear on these 2 pieces. So we bring awareness in step 1 and 2, and then we choose with step 3. So what powerful decision can you make once you bring awareness to this area? And what is the second, another layer in question to it is, what does radical responsibility look like in this scenario? Sometimes it is literally taking action. Sometimes it is forgiving yourself. Sometimes it is giving yourself a hug. You get to decide what that is, but always check in with your gut and your integrity and make sure that you are taking responsibility from a centered and calm place. Now, throughout this process, depending on where you may be experiencing disempowerment, and again, this training is about taking back your power, you're going to cycle through some emotions that feel uncomfortable. And I want to remind you that that's safe and that's okay. It's actually really imperative that you find a way to feel your feelings and allow yourself to feel maybe the anger or the sadness, etc., that can arise while you're moving through this. Now, some people do struggle with, feeling their feelings. They could just immediately put up the wall, say, no, I don't want to feel that. But the more you can lean into your emotions, which is one of the 5 pillars of mental super health, the more you can master yourself. And there's nothing more disempowering than feeling like you can't take your power back with your emotions. I can really speak from experience. I am diagnosed with 3 different mental health diagnoses, and I have really struggled through this and come out on the other end feeling empowered and having tools and being able to build my life imperfectly, but it's all perfect, right? So the last thing I will say about how to take your power back with radical responsibility is it is a practice. So it's really important that we do not, hold ourselves to the fire and kind of beat ourselves up. And again, these are all patterns that high achievers can struggle with. And that's really who I love to work with. People who have ambition, they're going for it. They want to do the best, but they want to build something, whether that's their dream life or their business, not at the cost of them. And that's really where I help people undo some work that they may have created in unconsciously. And sometimes that could look like in business, creating a business you don't really love, following others and not trusting yourself, etc. And that can feel disempowering. So I would love to hear what questions you have in the chat about this particular subject. And I also, as I mentioned earlier, am enrolling in the Magnetic Mental Wealth Mastermind. This is a 6-month mastermind where we do high-level work on your mind, your emotions, your body, your behaviors, and your spirit. The 5 pillars I just brought up are the 5 pillars of mental super health, and they are the center of your inner experience. It's what's happening on the inside that determines your outside. And you can conquer and overcome so many aspects of yourself, but you are complex. You are a complex being. And the more you understand what's really happening in the mind between your thoughts, your mindset, your beliefs, your unconscious and your conscious, the more empowered you are. The more you understand your emotions, the more empowered you are. The more you understand your body and all of the ways it communicates with you, including anxiety and depression, the more empowered you are, etc. So I'm here to set you up to win with all 5 parts of you to be on board to move towards your life. Now, what Mental Super Health allows you to do, which is the core of this mastermind, it allows you to collapse time and make incredible results happen much faster. And some people don't necessarily want to go fast, so I want to preface that this experience will roll out in your divine timing. But if you're looking to build your dream life, a family, a business, it's imperative that you trust yourself. It's imperative that you learn to meet yourself in all of these areas. And when we don't gift ourselves with grace and acceptance, and we're not leaning into our own selves, we're really ignoring ourselves and we're abandoning ourselves. And we cannot go far in life if we do that. So when we talk about closing the gap and Mental Super Health closes these gaps, it's really you closing the gaps in the places where you don't feel empowered and taking your power back. Now, if you take your power back in all these ways, guess what? You have your power. You're powerful. And that's really fucking important. Excuse my French. It's really important to have your power in the midst of executing your dream, especially as a business owner. And I do work with a lot of CEOs and entrepreneurs. So if you want 6 months of a container where we are still growing your business or your dream, but we're doing it through this methodology, we're getting intimate and clear and working through the programming that's been stopping you. And the beautiful part about this mastermind is we don't have to change everything about your life or business. I'm simply going to come in and tweak those little areas that keep you stuck from growing your business, feeling that beautiful fulfillment and joy that you deserve, and taking back your power in the places you do not feel empowered. So if you feel like joining us, we do have the doors open till next Friday. We already have a few people in and we're taking a few more. So if you'd like to chat with me in the DMs, this is where you can, speak with me about the offer, see if it is for you. We're including one-on-one in this offer, group calls, and an in-person retreat, plus much more. So you can check out my stories. You can check out the little highlight section of the Magnetic Mental Wealth Mastermind. And finally, you can book a call with me to make sure it's a fit and make sure we support you getting in. So that's really how we're screening. We're taking calls right now. But if you want in, you can absolutely message me and we will chat about this offer. So thank you so much for jumping on. I hope this training has served you. My name is Tamar and I will see you soon. All right, bye.